Something about planting, I just love it. Right now, this is a money tree that I'm planting. Okay, you can see I bought it. It was just a small, it was in this pot, and I changed it to this big pot right here. But this is a money tree. And this pot right here, I have an aguacate, an avocado. I got a cilantro brujo, and I actually got a, what is this? Jengibre, ginger, that I want to transplant into different pots because right now I have it in an ice cream pot. So I got some dirt. It's springtime. I love to play with dirt. I'm gonna show you what else I have in my garden, and I got to get more herbs that I want to get. It's springtime. This is my favorite season, but you can see I did this during the winter. I just planted a ginger, and it's growing really nice. I did a aguacate and avocado. This is it right here. Over here again, I said this is what is this again? Cilantro brujo. I think it is oregano brujo, sorry, oregano brujo. Here I got some artemisa. This has got to stay dry, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in this plant, but this is some artemisa, and this is yarrow. I don't know if you can see it. This is yarrow, and these guys like to stay a little dry, so probably gonna keep them in those pots. I'm not sure yet, but let's see. Ruda. This is my ruda. She's going pretty good. Looks really good this year. I trimmed it, cut off the dried leaves, and she's growing really beautiful. Really nice color this year. I always have hierba buena. It grows everywhere. That takes everywhere. If you can see, it's growing all over the place. This right here is a little baby. This is a hyssop. Over here you see another ruda that I found in a garden, abandoned. Over here I got hierba buena, menta, and I think I should have some patchouli. I'm not sure if it's there, but there should be some patchouli there. But this is spring. I like to plant. I got all this space right here that I want to get some herbs, probably like lavender and some sage and stuff like that. But okay, this is what I got so far. I got my stones that I'm still collecting at the river. You can see, collect stones. That's Roxy right there. Roxy, say hello. Hi, Roxy. These are my stones that I collect at the river. This is my malagueta. This is what I use to make, perfumes like lotions. So this is malagueta. Over here I was eating an orange and I planted it. Seeds, and they're growing really good, so it looks good. It's like a year old. I trim her a little bit, changed probably the pot. I used an old, I think it was a rose pot that I had. This right here is my ceiba. That's my bike over there. That's my transportation. That's my magic broom. But this is my ceiba, and over here we have my pear tree. I trimmed it down so it's still growing, but that's my ceiba. That's an orange tree. Let's see how that comes out. Again, this is malagueta. Oregano brujo. Here's the dirt. I love to play with dirt. Nothing better than playing with dirt. This is ginger, jengibre, oregano brujo, aguacate, which is avocado, money tree. Over there is my yarrow and my, what is it? Artemisa. So I'm gonna plant these. I made the holes a little too big here, but I have a spoon in here you know what? It's better just to take it with your hands, play with dirt. What I'm gonna plant here is probably my aguacate, my avocado, I can't say in English, aguacate, avocado. So I'm gonna put my avocado in there. So I'm putting the dirt, nice and loose. Nice and dirty. Nothing better than playing with dirt, I tell you what. So then I'm going to remove this aguacate and I'm going to put it in here because I got 3 different plants growing in one little pot. The aguacate was a mistake. It was just something me that I was trying with the glass and you can Google it up. Let me pull this guy out carefully. See how I'm going to, see that? I got to put my fingers in there and try to find, I don't want to hurt it. Okay, I got it. There you go. See that? I got it. I need the seed. There's the seed. I'm going to put it in there. I need both hands to fix this guy up, but I'll be right back. I'm going to put it in here. This is the seed. That was a delicious aguacate, I tell you what. I ate it with arroz con habichuela and pollo, pie pork. Actually, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to plant this guy. There's my aguacate. All right, so it's still a little cool outside, but this is my savila. Savila is aloe vera. And this is my planta de aguacate, my avocado tree. Or, yeah, it's so far as a plant. And I placed it into the dirt. Okay, right here I also have some lucky bamboo para la suerte. Okay, what else do I got there? These are my 2 money trees that I transferred into 2 pots right there. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, I put them into bigger pots. Brujo loves to plant. See this guy right here? It's no good, so I'm gonna, with a little scissor, see if I can pick it off. Okay, I pick it off. But with a scissor, I would cut it off. But it was kind of ripped off. But right there, this is my a brujo. This a brujo, a witch. This is a witch. Loves to plant, loves herbs. We buy them in a botanical, or we grow our own herbs. You will know a brujo by the herbs or the trees or the plants that they have in their house. They love to have the elements within the home. So this is my money tree. I put a little. Actually, no, I didn't. I was gonna put a little resguardo under these, but I never got a chance to. I'm gonna plant the other ones into different pots as well. My ginger, my jengibre. And this is my oregano brujo. I'm going to place that into this pot right here. So let me start with the dirt first. And now I'm going to, like I did with the avocado, I'm going to peel it off and look for that ginger root. There's the ginger root. You can see. And I'm going to put it into this dirt. And then add more dirt. But you can see the ginger root right here. Jengibre. It's good for your stomach. Alright, I'm going to put this in this pot right here. Just plant it in this pot. Here it is. It's already in the pot. I like to get dirt with my hands. Even though I got a spoon in there, but it's going to fall over. I like to play with dirt with my hands. Sprinkle it in. And get that dirt nice in there. I want to get this up to this line right here. Get some dirt all the way up to that line. And this is my, who is this guy? Jengibre. My ginger root. Wish it would grow bigger than this, but hey, let's see. This was in the winter that I did this. Let's see if the summer it grows more. Right, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to transfer these into a different pot, since I'm already at it. Here I have 3 seeds. This is guanábana, which I think is seeds of the soursop. And this is the seed of el flamboyant. It's a tree that's well known in Puerto Rico. And then the soursop, guanábana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in these little things. And hopefully, this is good. Guanábana is good for cancer. It's good for helping you fight cancer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into these little pots. And I'm going to show you how I add a little bit of water and plastic on top of it so that it helps it grow. Okay, give me a second. So here's the dirt of from the little pot that I have from one of the money trees. I'm going to take one of the guanábana or soursop seeds. I'm just going to, not too deep, but a little bit in. Okay, see it? I don't know if you can see it. But push it in just a little bit. I don't want it to go too deep. See it right there? You know what? Okay, see it right there? Then just cover it lightly with dirt, and hopefully it will grow. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. Not that much. A little bit more. It's got holes, so it's okay because it will come out the other side in the bottom. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the other second one also, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put the plastic. So again, with my hand, because I like making a mess, because it's always fun to make messes, right? I'm gonna do the second part. See all the mess I make? Isn't that fun? Don't worry, I'll just pick all that up. Take the seed. Where is it? Right here. For the guanabana. I'll pack that down just a little bit. Take the guanabana seed. Where'd it go? Right there. Sorry about the kids. See it right there? Push it in just a little bit more. Take a little bit of the dirt, put it on top, pour some water on it. Just a little. Yeah, the seed came up. Dirt's not too packed. I should pack it up a little bit more. This one's packed way better than this one, but it's okay because it's got holes. See the water coming out? So what I'm gonna do, still coming up. I don't want that. I put too much water, but it's okay. You can fix it. So what you're gonna do now is put them in. I'm gonna put the seed because I don't want to lose it. Into plastic bags, like this. The plastic bags that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Well, I'm gonna open them and I'm gonna cover it. So it's like that. Give me a second. I can't do this with one hand. One looks like in the bag. And you want to make sure this one is. I'm letting it drain a little bit because I put too much water and I don't want it to drown the seed. This one, I put good water, so I put it into a plastic bag, and I'm gonna leave it. You know, it's cool right now. You don't want to do this when it's very hot. You want to make sure it's cool, so it's in the evening that you're doing this, or early in the morning, and you want to make sure that you look at the bag to see if there's droplets of water inside. When it's dry, that's when you know that you should put more water. Okay, that is for my. I think these were the guanabanas, sour sop. So I'm just gonna get some of that water out. I poured, see that? It's coming out. That's what I want because I don't want to drown the seed. And I don't want to pack the seed too deep in there. See the seed right there? Let's see, I can feel it. It's right there. Okay, but still, too much water, so I want to squeeze some of that water out. Like that, because I don't want to drown it. I don't want to drown it. I put too much water. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. I'm going to put it into like a sandwich bag or a plastic wrap over it. And what you want to see is you want to look at it every day to make sure there's droplets inside of water. When you see it's dry, that's when you know you need to water it. Okay, and these are what they look like. I'm going to keep them in a place where the sun will hit it. Give it nice sunlight. Make sure that you see the water within it. And hopefully within a couple of, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week or two, you're going to start seeing the plant coming out. And the moment it touches the plastic is when you can remove it, and you can remove the plastic, or you can keep it in there a little bit longer. But hopefully, let's see if the sour sop will come. The next one I'm going to do in this big pot right here, is the flamboyant, which this is the seed right here, flamboyant. Lord knows I have a ceiba tree growing here in the United States. It's the national tree of Puerto Rico. It's a sacred tree. And I'm going to try now a flamboyant. Giving myself a headache because I have to take care of them during the winter times, give them a lot of light, mimic the tropical humidity in the winter. But let me try that. Let me try this in this pot, see if it works. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you can see right here. Couldn't think of the word earlier. But you see the water droplets inside? What you're doing is you're germinating the seed. You're causing a greenhouse effect within the pot. So there's humidity. It's a little bit warmer inside. It's causing humidity, and this will help the plant or the seed grow. I don't know if you can see it because of the bright light, but this is you're making a little miniature greenhouse. You don't need all those expensive tools. You can use any plastic cup and well, whatever cups you have in the house, and sandwich bags or plastic wrap or whatever, but you want to make sure it's nice and not soaked that you want to drown the seed, but you want to make sure that the moisture is inside of it, and that's going to help germinate the seed. So again, like I said, you're causing a greenhouse effect. Sorry about my fingers, they're a little bit dirty. Been playing with dirt these couple days. Something I do every spring. Okay, so here I have 2 pots. If you can see, I have 2 pots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Artemisa my Artemisa into this pot right here. And I'm probably going to put my Milenrama, my yarrow, into this pot. Because I don't like them in these little pots. So what I'm going to do, that will look nice right there. This will be good for spiritual baths and stuff like that. Para baños espirituales and all that. It's going to look really nice in that pot. And I want to keep these dry, so I think they will look really nice in these pots. So let me get this done, and I'll show you what it looks like when I put them in the pot. There's a little wind outside. Okay, so here I am at a local river where I live. And I'm going to look for some stones for my garden, flat stones. Let's see, it looks like the water's kind of down. So I'm going to try to make it down this little hill as safely as possible and gather some flat river stones. I think I see some over there that I might be able to check out. This will be mostly for my garden. Stones are very sacred, and they represent the ancestors. They represent the spirits. I think in Yoruba they're called otanes, and in the Taino language they're called Siba. The Siba. A mountain of rocks is Sibao. Siba represents the ancestors. Okay, so I found these stones, what we call Siba in Taino language, the Arawake language. I like this one because it kind of looks like a heart. See that? And they're nice and smooth. You need to wash them up. Let's see, there's one that I like, this one right here. I like the way that's shaped. So what I do when I come to the river and I gather stones for my, clean my hands on this old birch. This is all broken. What I do is I pay the spirits. Okay, so whenever you take anything from nature, you should pay the spirits. You don't go into nature and just take things without first asking nature if it's okay for you to take. One, and two, paying the spirits el derecho. I got 21 copper coins that I have here as payment, as derecho to the spirits. And I also have honey in my bag, but I also have this brand over here is Papi's Lentejas, lentils. Lentejas for prosperity. I'll show you the bag. Papi's pantry, this is what it's called. But these are lentejas, lentils. And again, 21 copper coins to the spirits of the river because I found the stones around this area. So I'm gonna, pay the spirits and some honey to sweeten my pathways. You never take anything in nature without giving the spirits derecho, their offerings. So what I do is I'm gonna, throw a penny in, throw some honey in, throw some lentejas into the water and ask for prosperity and ask for some blessings from the spirits, from Cachita Tumbo, Ochung, and the Indian spirits that lived in this land, and thank them for letting me or allowing me to find, I think it was the 5 or 6 stones that I found. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just return them back home, but I'm going to do this right now. The other side of my my little garden, I have more herbs all over the place, planted in planters. This is citronella. Citronella is good for the skin, but it's good for as a bug repellent. I don't know if it's working that well because it's not repelling that marica tu, marica yo, that marica that's in my garden. Excuse me, eating all my herbs. But this is citronella. You can see I got some more herbs by the door, and on the other side I got more plants that I grow, in separate containers. Okay, so a lot of people are wondering about my little witchy garden, my little Brujo's garden. Right here, if you can see behind these herbs, I have my indio, my cacique, and my Buddha. And I have my legua espiritual somewhere. This right here is Artemisa. I just want to show you how with my limited space, I grow a little garden by my house. So let me sit down. Right here I have peppermint. And I have Peppermint and hierbabuena, or mint. A lot of people wondering what's the difference between, or how can you tell the difference between peppermint and mint or hierbabuena. Peppermint has that pointed, let's see if I can show you. Peppermint has that pointed tip. See if that pointed tip, that you know is peppermint. While hierbabuena will have more of a rounded tip. And I think I have some patchouli in there growing somewhere. What's the problem with mints is they like to take over the garden. So me constantly during the year, I'm pulling and drinking herbs, my mints. But those are my mints. This is mejorana. This is hierbabuena. This is mejorana. If you can see that, that's mejorana. This is hisopo. Hyssop. Hisopo. Right here I have some, oh my God, albahaca. I got 2 albahacas. Here's another ruda, or aruda, that I had found in a park. And I just put it there, and she's growing nicely. I found some wild chamomile in a river, in a lake, and I just started picking it. My sister's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is manzanilla." So I placed it here. It's starting to grow. That's chamomile for your nerves. This is balsamo. I don't know if you can see that. That's balsamo. Right here, perejil. Now a lot of people have gnomes in their gardens. I have Papa osain in my garden. If you're ever in Puerto Rico and you go to the Caguana forest or state forest, there's a beautiful statue of osain in the center of the forest or the park, and it shows, excuse me, getting too old to be bending down, but it shows the herbs that were original to Puerto Rico and the ones that were brought from Africa and the ones that were brought from the Spanish. Right here I have some lavender. This tall baby right here is a ruda. See that? This is a ruda. She's growing big. She's like around 3 years old. So every year on the fall I cut it down. I collect all the herbs, dry it out for baths. This is garden sage. Romero, rosemary. I have my roses growing back there. There's a little bichito, a little marica. Marica is what do you call marica in English? Ladybug or something like that. It's eating my plants. Right? You can see the holes right here. So I gotta get a little spray for that guy. It's a marica si jode. She likes to eat all my plants. This is milenrama. Milenrama is yarrow. This is echinacea. This echinacea over here doesn't look too happy. This is marigold. I think I'm giving it too much water because she likes to be dry, so I gotta keep this guy dry. But this is marigold, flor de muerto. Right here I have another echinacea. And over here I have more mint. Yeah, mostly hierbabuena. And I have blackberry right here. This is blackberry right there. And here's all the river stones that I collect. I physically collect these at the rivers. So this is just a small little garden of what I have in my house. Hopefully my sopo grows big. It's still early in the spring, but hopefully my sopo will grow bigger than that. If not, I'll just have to buy another isopo. But this is my little garden. Some herbs I keep outside, and a lot I keep inside. Give it a lot of light by a window where the eastern sun rises, so it gets a lot of light. See right here? This is hierba buena. So what I do is I pull it out from the root and then I make it into tea. Again, if you're in Cagua, there's a beautiful statue of Osain. I recommend everyone go over there and get a picture with him. It's beautiful, beautiful statue. It looks like an African man with his feet, they turn into roots. And it's beautiful, beautiful statue. And not too far from there is the Caguanas Taino Ceremonial Park, which is also a beautiful place to go visit so that you can learn about your Taino roots, your Taino heritage. So when you're Puerto Rican and you're a brujo, you love to grow herbs. You know, don't be ashamed of using that word, jibaro. A lot of Puerto Ricans use that as a bad term. Jibaro are the mountain people, the Taino who ran into the mountains and hid from the Spanish. And if it wasn't for the jibaro, the shibaro, the Taino blood would have completely disappeared from the Caribbean. And they grew plants and they grew herbs, and they were peaceful people. So Jibaro people still to this day are very peaceful, loving people who will give the little that we have off our back to make sure you get a little bit. That just comes from our Taino culture. So anyways, this is my little garden. You can see along I got some stones. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like, please hit that subscribe button, and please share. This is Sancista Brujo Luis. This is just my little herbal garden. I think we should all, if we have a space, should try to grow garden, try to grow our herbs, try to take care of our herbs, try to take care of our mother, Atabe, Gaia, the mother, the earth, Atavera. It is our duty as people. This is Sancista Brujo Luis. I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe. Please hit that like button and please share. Santo Sanse.